I knew I had a problem, but I never thought it'd get like this. Regret? Nah, no regret. It needed to be done, you know. All the sounds in the world may seem right and normal to the next guy, but to me, up here, it's driving me insane. All the chewing and chewing and chewing, like, I can't take it. I can't take it. The word's misophonia, right? That's my problem. It's a disease, actually. Literally means hatred of sounds. But hey, it's not all sounds that I hate. Just the obnoxious ones, you know, loud chewing, people talking with their mouths full, obnoxious gum chewing. I just can't, all right? I can't. I can't do it. So it was just my luck that I met Michelle. You see, Michelle, I've had a crush on Michelle since the first time I saw her at freshman orientation. Love at first sight, you know? Meant to be. I was convinced. So what do? I ask her out. And she says yes. But the minute she said it, I knew there was a problem. It was the gum. Like, just all the chewing. She would not stop chewing at all. It was so obnoxious. Like, I was talking to a cow. I literally went on a field trip to a farm and watched the cows eat. That's how it felt. You know, that's where my problem is. My problem lies within the chewing. Drives my misophonia crazy up a wall. I can't control it. It just happens. You know, and hey, I'm not the only one who goes through this. There are tons of us, you know, and we sit and suffer in silence every single day. And I knew, in my head, I knew that if this was going to continue with Michelle, I knew I had to do something drastic. But I still dated her. I liked the girl, so I figured I'd give her some chances to prove herself. Worst thing I can do, right? Because everything that girl did just reminded me of how my misophonia drives me up a wall. So, it was just one little teeny tiny problem. She wouldn't leave. Like, it was like my shadow. She would not leave me. And it's just, you know, it was it, you know. I knew that I only had one chance, one choice to get rid of her entirely. A little drastic, yes. A little over the top, yes. Last resortish, yes. But I had to kill the girl. Plain and simple. So this is where I came up with the idea. Michelle and I are sitting in the student lounge. I put my arm around her and she pulls out an apple. Yeah, an apple. It sounds innocent, right? But to somebody with misophonia, like me, it's my worst nightmare. Yeah, you know, little thing about apples, you shouldn't eat them in public, right? They're juicy, crunchy, just annoying. There's no way to eat them silently. Not one way. Does that stop people, though? No, not at all. I'm like, hey, Michelle, can you maybe save it for later? She's like, no. And I'm like, okay. Well, I kind of have this disease where sounds like that bother me and drive me insane. And she just looks at me and says, takes another bite, chews with her mouth open and says, I don't care. I don't care. Yeah. She said, I don't care. So I'm like, that's it. That's the last straw. So I'm like, hey, we need to break up. And she's like, no. And I'm like, what? So I'm like, you know what? She wouldn't break up with me. So I'm like, I got to kill her. No way around it. I got to kill her. You know, a little over the top, yeah. But my misophonia is just as over the top. You know, I'm sick and tired of living with this consistent, obnoxious noise in my head from her. So I plan. Every waking second I'm with this girl, I plan. She, you know, whenever we go to parties, whenever we go to dinners, anywhere, anytime, any place, I think. So she invites me over to dinner with her parents. And that's when I got it, right? Michelle loves to cook, and she loves to eat. So, right, she's preparing the food, and bam! Oh, she almost cuts her finger off. She's like, oh! And I'm like, but she was all right. She was fine. And then it hit me. A knife. Perfect. A knife. It's the perfect idea. You know, silence those noises forever and bring me in peace. Right? Oh, you see, I'm not the only one. It's a little drastic, you know, with ideas, but hey, I'm not the only one. There's plenty of us out there. And hey, there's some helpful hints and tips that you need to remember when being around somebody like me. First, watch what you eat. No juicy, crunchy, obnoxious foods like that, right? Apples, any fruits, pretzels, and don't even get me with potato chips, okay? Potato chips are the devil food. 2, if you have to eat in front of us, make sure you try to be quiet, okay? We don't want to hear it. Do it somewhere else. 3, you have to have potato chips or something messy like that. Use a napkin. Wash your hands. Use Purell. All of them. I don't care. And if you dare look at the residue on your fingers with intentions of licking it off, don't. It's disgusting. Nobody wants to see that. And hey, I tried telling Michelle this, but she just didn't care. And hey, I didn't care because I was going to kill her. There's just no way around it anymore. I was done. So I had to plan it soon. So there I was, walking up to Michelle's house. The idea, every step just playing in my head. I knew I was going to do it. Did I question it? Hell no. I knew what I had to do. It was just her and me tonight. No one else. She was making ratatouille tonight. Perfect dish to make because there's a lot of prep work and cutting all those vegetables, and it was just the perfect setup. So, you know, after dinner, I'm like, hey, Michelle, you want me to, I don't know, help clean the dishes? She's like, oh my God, really? I'm like, yeah, why not? And made her really, really happy. So I started to clean up, put everything aside, except one knife. The knife. Put it behind my back. You know, was I a little nervous that they were going to find out it was me that killed her? Yeah, a little, I'm not going to lie, but I wanted my peace finally. So I bring the knife up, lunge towards her, and...
Nick? I think I'm ready. I'm ready to break up with you. I know we've been together for a while, but I also know that I make you unhappy. And at first, I just liked making you unhappy, but I want you to be happy now. And I think you'll be happiest if we break up. And I know this is sudden, but I think this is the best time. This feeling came over me, and I know it's the right time.
In a word, I was shocked. I wasn't expecting this at all. It's like, ding dong, the witch is dead. Oh my God, I don't have to kill her now. So I'm like, yeah, I think it's the right time. See you in school tomorrow.
Yeah, I guess.
So what do? I put the knife down, wipe my hands, and go on my merry way. Was I happy that I didn't kill Michelle? Yeah, it was nothing against her, but, just the consistent stuff that she did just bothered me and wanted me to kill her. It was a victory. I knew the plan was a little over the top, but I'm glad I didn't do it. It's called misophonia, hatred of sounds. I suffer from it. Lots of us do. Please, be a hero and watch what you eat in front of us.